All right, so as you can see, it's starting to melt out here today. It's not as bad as those other days, but I wanted to take some time today and do a real quick video while I'm walking here. But the question of today is, should parents start an investment fund or some type of high yield savings account for their children, regardless of if the child wants to go to college or not? So, in my mind, what should occur is that when people have children, they should set up some type of investment fund, or some type of high yield savings account. And it doesn't have to be anything fancy. You can set aside $5 a week. I mean, $5 a week, that's 2 bottles of Coca-Cola. That's, 1 cup of Starbucks coffee. I mean, come on, really. $5 a week. And I know some people feel like that they don't have $5 a week to save, but I'm pretty sure that you can find $5 somewhere. And I know people are probably like, well, what if I have, multiple children? Okay, then one thing that you could do is just set up a high yield savings account and split the baby. Meaning, if you have multiple children, when they all get a certain age, just split up, take the money and split it between each one of them. Unfortunately, if you do it that way, some people might end up with less money than others, but at least they have something. At least you gave them something to move forward and start their life out with. I mean, they can use, and the purpose of it is so that they can use the money for whatever they want. If let's say they want, something to open up a business with, then they can open up a business. Let's just say that, they graduate high school or whatever, and they want to take some time off, maybe to kind of find themselves. Maybe they could use the money for that. It's a lot of different things that they can do with the money, but that's my perspective. I just feel like parents should do that to give their children a chance. I know I often think about what would have happened, or what my life would have been like if somebody would have gave me a start initially. I could have done a lot with even a couple $1,000s. I could have, took that money and said, hey, I'm going to take it and open up my own savings account, or I'm going to take this $2,000 and open up an IRA. That could have been my first $2,000, a little bit of money towards something like that. But I know it just seems like most people don't think like that. They don't see the bigger picture. I don't know. It's just, it's just weird, because I know, everybody has bills. People have to live for now. But at some point, you have to provide for your future. And I think that by setting up these types of habits early in life, that we're showing our children that they should be looking forward to invest and, to provide for themselves and try to create some type of generational wealth for themselves and their family, and that they should be looking forward, well, if I'm going to have a kid or have children, maybe I should start putting something away to at least give them some type of start. And they should also be teaching their kids financial literacy. That is a subject that a lot of people don't know about. I definitely wasn't taught about it, and I'm still learning, as I move forward. I think I've developed some good habits with it, but what would have what would have occurred if I would have known what I know now back then. You know, how much money would I have? And I know some people are like, well, you shouldn't just save all your money. You know, you should live for right now. I'm not saying save all of your money. I'm saying save save some of it. You know, some people don't believe in rainy day funds, but you really should, because you never know what could happen. You know, same thing where people that stock up on water or canned goods, because you never know what might happen. You just gotta have that cushion there to kind of help out in the event that you need it. And like I said, I was able to set up some savings accounts for all of my children. Did my, you know, and of course it's like my youngest, because I knew better right away after I had her. She's going to get a whole lot more money than what my older children had, but at least I was able to give them something. And it's not like they're upset about it. They saw what my intention was. But again, if I would have known this stuff, if this stuff would have been instilled in me earlier, I would have been able to put away more money for the older ones too. But now that I've instilled that in my children, they should be able to start planning ahead, and when they have children, set aside money for their children. So that's my question of the day. That's my take on it. Y'all can let me know what y'all think. I'm just interested to hear any type of feedback. You don't necessarily have to agree with me, but you know, I'm just interested to hear what others have to say. And again, I'm not saying, you know, that you don't have to live for right now. I'm just saying that there is something that you can stop doing to, you know, put money away from your kid. Put money away for your kid. Whether it's that cable TV channel subscription. I don't know, maybe you got a subscription to HBO or something that you never watch. You can get rid of that and take that money and put that towards your kid. Because it's like we find money for things that we want to have money for, but sometimes we don't find money for things that should be important to us. And financial literacy and giving our kids a good start at life, whether they use the money for college, start a trade, buy a house, to invest, you know, we need to give them a decent start at life.